Hello and welcome to Humanities 3. I'm Grant Richards, your instructor. This video introduction is for those who will not be in the face-to-face classes. I should say that this class, Humanities 3, is a dual modality class, meaning that there are two ways of taking it. One is on Wednesdays, you can come and watch the movies with me and then participate in discussions afterwards. Or you can take the class entirely online. It's set up so that you can watch the movies on your own and participate in the class discussion and do everything online at home. Or you can do a combination of the two. You can come watch sometimes with us and get points that way, or you can watch the movies by yourself and do the work all at home. I will say that this is unlike my other classes because the face-to-face element is that group are watching different movies than those who are taking the class online. So it's not as easily to go back and forth. Let me give you an example. On Wednesdays at 2 o'clock in Morgan Hill, the Playhouse, which is where the face-to-face class will meet. We are watching. I have a thing so I can see. This Wednesday, we're watching North by Northwest. It's a film made in 1959 by Alfred Hitchcock. It's a suspense film. Then the following week, we're watching Kramer versus Kramer, made in 1979, famous Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep. Then the following week, we're watching Jerry Maguire, 1996. The following week after that is Mr. Holland's Opus, 1995. The week after that, it's Phenomenon, 1996. The week after that, it's Aaron Brockovich, 2000. Finding Forrester, also 2000. Then Return to Me, also 2000. Then we're watching Upside of Anger, 2005. Then we're watching Gone Girl, 2014. Arrival, 2016. Ticket to Paradise, 2022. The Whale, 2022. A Man Called Otto, 2022. You Hurt My Feelings, 2023. And then The Boys in the Boat, if I can get it in time, 2023. So if you come to the Playhouse on Wednesdays, that's what we'll be watching. I think I've put a link to those movies so that you can see them. The movies that we'll be watching for the class online are different. And Introduction to Cinema is just that. It's starting at the very beginning and going all the way through. So we start with a silent film. For this class, we'll be watching Modern Times, which is 1936, which is actually after the silent film era. The silent era film era ended in 1927-ish with The Jazz Singer, and it very quickly moved from silent films to talkies. The Modern Times is one of my favorite silent films by Charlie Chaplin, and so that's the film I chose. I could have chosen something like one of D.W. Griffith's films like Birth of a Nation, but they're depressing and the bad guys are real bad guys, and so I chose to do one of the famous comedies. Then we're watching Singing in the Rain. By the way, this class is genre based. So our first genre is silent film. Our second film are musicals. And what I love so much about Singing in the Rain, it's considered to be one of the great musicals. Not only the music, but the dancing and everything. But it does a great job of showing the transition from silent films to the talkies. Our next film is the suspense film, the famous Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest, 1959. Then we're going to have a rom-com, one of my favorite, When Harry Met Sally, 1989. Then we're going to have a drama, The Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorite films. Not only is it drama, we're going to talk a lot about character development and how much character development is in that film and how that is kind of slowly going away in more modern films. Then the following week, we're going to watch an indie. So a lot of the films we watch this semester are big studio films, and we're going to watch Juno, which was a true independent film made in 2007. We have one foreign film that we have to watch. So I'm going to choose my favorite foreign film, The Untouchables from France, which was made in 2011. Don't mistake that for the American-made film, which is nowhere near as good. Both there's a film with that title and then a film that was based on the original. So I'll talk about that more later. Then we're going to watch, there's so many sci-fi films that I could have chosen. I thought about Arrival or the Live, Die, Repeat or The Edge of Tomorrow, but we're actually going to watch Ex Machina, which deals with AI, which is really in the news a lot now. The next film is an adventure, kind of also a sci-fi film, but The Martian, 2015. We're going to watch a horror film, which is different than suspense, but our horror film is A Quiet Place, 2018. Then we're going to watch a biography, Green Book, the winner of the Academy Award, also 2018. Then we're going to watch a war or combat film. We're going to watch 1917, which was made in 2019. It's one of the great films about World War I. When you watch it, I'll talk about how it's shot as if it's one long continuous shot, which I thought was brilliant. We could have watched All Quiet on the Western Front, but we are already doing a foreign film, so I thought we would watch 1917. Then we're going to watch another Academy Award Best winner, Coda, under family drama. Talk to me if you have trouble getting it. I know it only plays on Apple TV. They're very tight, fisted with their films, and you can't watch them anywhere. But I do have a DVD of it, so I can show it on campus and find a way for you to watch it if you can't find it at home. And then our last film is nominated for Academy Awards for this coming year, 2023, Past Lives under Romance. So a wide variety of films with lots of genres, both in Morgan Hill and for those of you who are doing it entirely online. So dual modality. If you have questions about this, let me know. Let's talk about the discussion board for those of you who are taking the class entirely online. If you are not coming to the class and watching with me and discussing the movies with me, you basically have to watch the movies, get the movies and watch them on your own. And then you take part in the class discussion. I post comments and lots of ideas, research about the films, and I want to hear your ideas about them. I do not want you to do research. I've done that for you. I want to hear your ideas about the films. So what I'm asking you to do is write a minimum of 3 comments about the films. And the comments can be anything. They can be questions about the acting or the cinematography or the story or the genre, or anything that interests you. But they're your ideas, and your job is not only to comment on the film, but also in some ways to prove that you watched the film. Since you're not in the room with me watching, I want to know that you're actually watching the films. And one of the things that I really don't want you to do is research, and even maybe more important is don't use AI to help you write your comments. They're short and simple. So and I'm not going to grade for grammar or punctuation or any of that. Just give me your ideas about the films in your comments. And please separate them. I'm not looking for an essay or even a paragraph. I'm looking for a list of your 3 or more comments. And then when you're done commenting on the film, now you need to read your classmates' comments and react to at least 3 of them. And that's what simulates the discussion that we have in our face-to-face classes, where we actually talk and give and take as we talk about the films. You're going to do this in the class discussion, and it's worth I believe 40 points per film. And so I'm basing it out of 10, so it's 400 points. They're actually watching 14 films. So if you do them all, you'll get 560 extra credit. So if you can't watch a film, or you're behind or whatever, not to worry. You can miss a few and still, get the full 400. But let's see. The other big part of the class is that you have to make a short film of your own. First week of class, I'm introducing the project, and it's due on May 24th, the last day of class. You have the entire semester to make a short film of your own. Now, students will always ask, how long? Well, I traditionally say 2 to 3 minutes. It certainly can be less if it's tightly edited, and it can absolutely be longer if it's tightly edited. But roughly 2 to 3 minutes is a nice guideline. And you can do anything. Now, on the class page, I've given you lots of examples of good student films, so you can see what other students have done. I've also included a couple of showcases that at the end of every spring, our film students, we have a film and television major here at the college, our film students make films, and the best student films of the year are included in the showcase, and there are 600-700 people who come. It's a big ordeal. There'll be nominees for best pictures, best actor and actress, and screenwriter and editor and cinematographer and others, and they get all dressed up, and the winners win Gavies, just like the Oscars. We have our Gavies. It's a very big deal. I'll talk about it because you can get lots of extra credit if you come, even more if you bring a guest, and if you get a signature from one of the nominees. But it's a big deal, and they're examples of good films. So I've included some showcases from the past, so you can see what other students have done in the past, done well. And quite honestly, we would love for your films to be in the showcase. However, we have a deadline of April 15th. So if you have an idea for a great film and you're excited about having a large audience watch it, you might think of the deadline being April 15th instead of May 24th. But we would love to see your films in the showcase as well. Let me see what other things. Introduction to cinema. We're going to watch a lot of movies and talk about them. And this first week, you need to not only read the syllabus and look at the filmmaking terms, the terms that we're going to use to discuss all the movies this semester, but also they'll end up on the final exam, which you'll take the last week of the semester. But you also need to post your picture and bio on Canvas. Now, this is not done on the class page. This is done on Canvas before you come into our page. A simple picture of yourself, you can do it on your laptop or your phone and upload that. And then something brief, just maybe your favorite films, maybe your major, something like that, just so that we get to know a little bit about you. I have well over 1,000 students this semester, and it's hard for me to remember everybody unless I can put a name with a face and maybe a little something about you. So you get points for your picture and bio, and so you should be doing that as well. Also, start planning on how you're going to watch your films. Next week is Modern Times. Where are you going to get it? Are you going to stream it online? Do you have Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or Apple Plus or others that have it? No streaming service will have all of the movies. In fact, some of them, like Coda, can only be seen on Apple Plus. So some of these you might have to rent. The good news is that a lot of these I will be showing on campus for other classes, or libraries often will let you check them out on DVD if you still have a DVD player. But if you have issues, let me know. I can maybe help you find ways to watch the movies. But welcome, and I'll stop rambling. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. My office hours are Mondays through Thursdays, 10 to 11. I'm here in my office, which is Humanities 109. I'm here all the time. I'm here a lot more than that, but I'm always here. So you can call me or come by. But also, for those of you who are taking online, if that's not convenient, I'm happy to schedule Zoom meetings. And if it's not during 10 to 11, Monday through Thursday, it can be in the evenings or whatever. Just send me an email or reach out to me on inbox and let me know that you want to meet, and I will schedule something on Zoom so we can meet and I can answer any questions that you might have, or if you just want to talk about movies, I'd love that too. So welcome to the class. Thank you for watching, and let's watch some movies.